everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo or Makeup Education and You. Whatever you are watching this from, welcome into my space. A beautiful little story time for anyone who wants to come hang out with me because there's a lot of things wrapped up in this. And so I thought that I could tie what happened today to just some makeup that I could do. So today I'm just going to do some Abomination makeup. Hey Rudy, welcome in. I'm gonna start by taking a pencil that's kind of close to my skin tone. I used it yesterday, and I'm just gonna kind of draw like a kind of like faint like line like across like my face, just to kind of give me a guideline. You can also use like white, anything to kind of, it's like subtle. It's really only a guideline for me, and it'll kind of fade and not be in the forefront of me doing the rest of my makeup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with a primer. Move a lot of shit right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with a primer. Hey Winter, you are gonna love this story. It depends on how long it takes for me to get to things, but so I the name of this video might be a little bit confusing, and um, it might make sense, or I hope it will make sense once I share the story that I'm going to share. So I was on the bus, the LA Metro. The bus system is pretty extensive here in Los Angeles. So I was on the bus going to a doctor's appointment, actually a gender affirming doctor's appointment. And there is no shortage of weirdos. Hi, Nifty. There's no shortage of weirdos in California, specifically Los Angeles, which, I mean, I think that's kind of like a worldwide known fact, right? Like, we're not really surprised when like weird news comes out of California, specifically Los Angeles. So I am, and right now I'm just rubbing, yeah, it'll take a second for me to get my, get to the good part, the juicy parts. So this, so I'm riding the bus, and oftentimes when you're riding the bus, there will be a personality on the bus, and is that personality someone who is on copious amounts of illegal substances? Sometimes. Is that personality someone who is doing something else? Yes, sometimes. You never know what you're gonna get. Sorry, I'm trying to find my concealer. There we go. And so this guy, this guy's talking on the bus, and I'm in the kind of like front middle of the bus, and this guy's talking, and he's kind of talking to, it seems like no one in particular, but he's trying to get someone's attention in particular. I don't know if that makes sense. And he said something to the effect of like, I know that you're not looking at me, but you can hear me and you should look at me, or something like that. But there are probably like 6 people in between me and this guy. So I'm like, there's no way, one, it's me, and two, I'm going to look at this guy because this guy's a lunatic. Because he starts talking about how do I put this? He starts talking about eating human remains and human body parts, about boiling them in alcohol and how the texture, he starts describing in detail the texture of them and all of this stuff. So everyone on the bus is not looking at this motherfucker. Like, we're all like, okay. It's like, and because weird stuff happens on the bus so frequently, you just kind of learn to just like, okay, I'm not going to look at him or them. I'm just going to kind of ignore them and wait till my stop and get the hell off unless I can't stand it, and then I will get off earlier. So we're all not paying attention to this person as much as possible, but he continues to go in detail about the texture of body parts being boiled. And, you know, obviously not cool, not comforting, not something that you want to sit there and listen to. But it's not to the point, you know, there are sometimes on the bus where it's so much that someone will be like, bus driver, get this fucker off. This guy, like, it was just like he was just sitting there talking, so it wasn't enough for people to say like, get this guy off of the bus. So we were all just there sitting listening to this. And so where's my liquid? There it is. And so but he you know, he said something like, you know, I know you can hear me, and you're just like avoiding like looking at me, like to try to get someone's attention. And I'm looking, I'm kind of doing my far off stare of like, you know, out the window, but like, no, like that's kind of my MO, and that's kind of most people's MO on things like this. And just in general, like, it's just, when you're riding the metro, you just kind of stick to yourself unless you are with someone. So then I am coming up to my stop, and you hit a button to alert the bus driver that you are coming up to your stop. And so I'm at my stop, and usually they want you to get off at the middle of the bus so that people who are coming onto the bus can come on freely, and you can exit without, like, it just makes the process easier. So usually that's how it goes, right? So I move to the middle of the bus to get off, and the bus driver doesn't open the back door. And so it's common in this instance to say back door. And I didn't like yell it in like a crazy way. I just like, hey, back door, which is again very, very common. And the guy says, the Abomination wants to get off at the back door. This crazy motherfucker who is talking about boiling and eating people called me an abomination. So that's pretty cool. And so I did not take it very personally, because if I'm an abomination, I can only imagine what this person would be. So so I get off, and it's kind of just funny. You know, it's like, okay, you know, transphobia, being alive and well. Okay, whatever. This guy, you know, I truly don't care if this is, you know, if he's not on my team. In fact, I don't want him on my team. I really don't want him on my team. Please, please. So I yeah, I thought, I mean, it's a short story. It's not incredibly long. That's pretty much the basis of it. But I thought it was funny that you know, the whole thing was, you know, I don't know if he was trying to talk to me about boiling people because wrong demographic. So basically there was a guy who was acting very weird on the metro, which is the bus system here. And he was talking about eating people and boiling body parts in alcohol. And then had said something to the effect of like, I know you can hear me, but you're not paying attention to me, which I assumed was not for me, but I also did not care because I was like significantly paying, like trying not to pay attention. Where's my bronzer? So yeah, and then he yeah, like boiling body parts, and he was talking about how he had tried them and all the different texture. It was very graphic. And then when I tried to get off the bus, he called me an abomination. And I was just like, okay, like that's so left field, but whatever, dude. Like I said, I don't want, whatever you are doing that you think is not an abomination, eating people or whatever, talking about eating people, going into that much detail about something that's so like vile. I don't want you on my team, like bat for any other team. I do not care. Like just whatever you need to do, just do something different. So that was what I got to experience today. So I started thinking about how much I could do. I was like, well, I could do like an abomination makeup, and I could go really, really wild with it. Hold on one second. Also, don't judge me for having a dirty room. Okay, we're good. And yeah, so I was like, what would abomination makeup look like? And at first I was thinking like, oh, it could look so wild and so, demonic and so crazy. And then I was like, but he was calling me, who was wearing no makeup, who was wearing a t-shirt and not a t-shirt, this button-up shirt and a binder and jeans, an abomination. I was like, he was calling this more like less than this. This has makeup on it, an abomination. So I was like, I could do makeup on one side that's just me. That is just me, who I am, And then I could do something that's a little bit more wild on this side, something that would more classically be considered, a little crazy. This glue is not really cooperating, but whatever. But yeah, so is that the most wild experience I've had on the metro? Not even close. Not even close. But why is it so like fucking gunky and shit? Yeah. Oh, that's not even half of it. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, well, you are talking about something that's objectively disgusting. But if I'm disgusting to him and he's disgusting to me, well, because I mean, I would describe what he was saying to be um, fairly gross, fairly nasty. So yeah, so I didn't take it. I didn't take it personally, and also like I've just like the thing is I'm flamboyant. I've got bright yellow hair, but like this is me toned down. Like if this is an abomination to you, whew, let me turn it up for you. Like it's almost like for me, it was almost like challenge accepted, motherfucker. Like challenge accepted. You want to see an abomination? I will give you an abomination. But then I also wanted to have this like this is just who I am, and you think that's the abomination? Okay, well I'll give that to you as well. Because Ian loves to surface. Feel stupid, but but yeah, I just was like, oh, like okay. Yeah, and it's wild that like when things like that shift, then it's like all of a sudden like people are like, oh, okay, like because you're passing now or like whatever, like it's different. And it's like, is it like people are just terrible sometimes? But the thing is, if my safety is not called into question, if my safety is not in like um is not if I'm not worried about my safety, then I can look at this situation and be like, and come back and laugh at it. And again, like to me, this person was like a joke, like um, and knowing the city that I'm in, I kind of have to be like, I have to be like, hey, um, you know, I live in a crazy place, and although that doesn't excuse anyone's behavior for acting like a prick, I'm also in a place with a bunch of crazy people, and I have to acknowledge that because if I don't, then I can, if I had engaged with this person and tried to, kind of come back with like quips, like this person could be very dangerous. And because I was able to get away from this person, I'm able to laugh at it. This is not my best eyebrow covering, but it's gonna do anything. I kind of want to just shave my eyebrows off lately. Like I've grown quite weary of having eyebrows. I just kind of want to shave them off. The growing back process is you're as likely to get. Yeah, I know exactly. Crazy people in California. I mean, I don't. I don't know if that's the case. I did not stick around to ask him, but I have a very strong feeling, and I'm not just saying this because my ego is large or because I like being like a victim in situations, but I do not believe that this is like a he would have done it. If anyone, like no matter who was there, like I don't think that was the case. And I don't know. I don't know if he was trying to talk to me, and honestly, like that's I don't care about. But I was the only person trying to get off the bus, and I look different. So it's for me. I don't. I don't think that that was the case, unfortunately. But I'm not the kind of person who withers at that kind of thing because again, if it wasn't a nice old lady who had called me an abomination, maybe I would have thought twice. I wouldn't change anything about myself, and maybe it would have brought me any kind of pause. But like crazy middle aged white man, no, I'm not. You're not getting me today, sir. Not today, Satan. Okay, so what do I want to do on this side? Okay. Kind of want to do something, but it tends to stain my face kind of red. I'm gonna go for it anyways, because like fuck it. Okay, so I'm going to use some water-based face paint in red. Now I have that blood spill color that I used yesterday in the water activated liner. They're basically similar formulas, and this did not stain. However, this is more expensive, and the color is different, and I want to use something cheaper so that I don't use this, but this can stain a little bit. The makeup is going to be awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let me get some water going and we'll get this look. So actually before I do that, what I'm going to do is, sorry, I have white, but I actually also have other colors. Sorry, I can't decide because I want it to be so good. Okay, I'm just gonna get the one with all the colors so that I can just go for it. Now, the reason why I'm picking this up is because water-based makeup over the Elmer's glue that I use to block my brows will break down the Elmer's glue because Elmer's glue is water soluble, so it breaks down. That's why it's so good. It's a washable glue. However, for brows, put this over this, so that's why I was like, I gotta find another color. Whenever he gets home, then that'll be okay. I understand. Okay, so This palette, yeah, so it was super cheap. You can get it on Temu, all of those apps, or you can get it on Amazon. This is the Athena one. They're all the same palette. They just have different names. Yeah, and they're consistent. They have a lot of pigment, and you can definitely wear them for a long time. So I'm going to actually mix some colors. So I want this kind of burgundy color and this dark pink color. Put some red in. So it won't look so crazy next to the other red. A lot of shimmery shadows lately. Your makeup's been looking so great. I've been loving seeing what you've been doing. Come on, Brad and boy, that's so sad. Yeah. Lurking and working. Oh, I totally understand. Sometimes you gotta lurk and work. Okay. I'm going to set that aside for a little bit while I do the creams. So yeah, this was a mixture of 3 colors. Fuck. Okay. I just splattered all over the wall. Damn it. Okay, come on. It's going to stain in the wall. He's a wise wipe later. Fuck. Oh, God. This is so annoying. Makeup is so messy. Okay. A lot of pride makeup when I do trans color soon. Whoa! Okay. Something double water. Okay. Yes. Actually, you know what? I have a good idea for once. I have contact containers that the contacts have dried up, so I could just put water in the contact containers. Then I don't have to put it in these really shallow little divots in my palette and like carry it over. If it stains, what are some Missy Mouse stain remover? Okay, yeah, I think I can get it with a Lysol wipe, but thank you. Or I'll just put white makeup over it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, so for this, I'm going to find the perfect brush for painting my face. So usually with water-based makeups like this, I actually find that like paintbrushes, like normal paintbrushes, are preferable. They just are able to distribute the color. It's easier. Don't soak much up. Usually, synthetic brushes. Okay, so I'm gonna just use a brush like that, like it's just like a cheap art brush. This is powder from Nessa's Nuts. I saw that. It's so cute. It's so good. I think I liked it on Facebook. If I didn't like it, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, it's amazing. And very important right now as things are just fucking wild. Now, an important thing when you're doing water-based makeup is to actually get it thinner than you. It's important to kind of find the right thickness, I guess I should say, because if it's too thick, it's actually going to crack, and it's also going to be really hard to get makeup over it. So getting it thinner by adding more water just a little bit at a time is very important. Also, when you're done using your makeup, letting it dry out in the open instead of like closing it and like leaving that moisture in there is critical. I have ruined makeup by closing it and then it got like moldy, which is not cute. So keeping it open but like away from like any dust or debris that might fall in it. I kind of forgot where the line is. Red face, red face. Going into my scalp, because you can see my scalp, it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna put it that much into my hair, but I don't really know how to make that work. But gotta get all up in my piercing areas. This is an abomination right here. The thing is, like, when you have a lot of piercings, when you have colored hair, there are a lot of things where people kind of take it as an invitation that they can say, "Oh my gosh, I look fucking wild." Oh, that's so sweet that someone else mentioned me. That's so nice. Mm. I'm really proud of how the blanket's coming together. If you can see that kind of like lump, I just put my comforter over it because I honestly didn't want to like clean it up because I want to work on it today. But that is the blanket that I'm working on. If you are interested, potentially, like no one has to put anything down or set in stone right now. But if you might be interested in donating or participating in the fundraiser, auction, live stream, marathon, whatever I end up doing for Alzheimer's awareness on June 21st, feel free to let me know kind of whenever you can. I know not everyone's able to. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing a mandala blanket. That's what I've been working on when I work on my crochet. That's the big thing that I'm working on right now. So now that I've done a lot of my face red, and it's not the most even, but I don't really care because I'm going to be doing a lot of shading in creams. Just wanting to get the base down in my My lips look. I feel like I look like a glory hole. No, I can't take this. Oh my god. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take that color, that cream mixture that I had here, and I'm going to add some white to it to lift up um the kind of like value of the color. I'm gonna add like quite a bit of white. And I have my clown white like right here, but I'm just gonna use this stuff from the palette. So this is what I'm gonna be using as my highlight. So it looks like that now. So a nice orchid. What can we donate for it? So if you want to make something, I was thinking about doing an auction where I would show off the piece. You don't have to send it to me for me to show it off. If you take pictures of it, like, and are willing to send it, you can donate like that. Or if you like, there's yarn you want to you could donate. Things like a standard kind of setup of these types of auctions where you just kind of you don't have to send it to me and then I send it to someone else. You just would send it to someone directly. You can do physical items. You can do gift cards because honestly, like things are so expensive, gift cards. You can donate directly to the Alzheimer's Foundation. I have like the link to donate to them. So there's like all types of ways. You can also do your own fundraiser. You don't have to be part of mine if you didn't want to be. So it's, that's optional as well. Really, the only difference is if you donate through me versus donating through your own one. There you have to donate like I think $20. And you get a shirt, a t-shirt, and then once you do that, then they kind of put you on a list where in future like events, like they'll send things kind of without you asking, like they'll be small things, but still. Yeah, so that's the only difference if you decide to do it yourself. Okay, so I'm starting to use this to highlight my face and make it less like flat looking. I'm gonna widen up my nose. Kind of hard on the nostril part because of my piercings, but I just, do my best. because I want to kind of go for like gnarly, like gnarly, cool looks right now. I also should have split this and put the light and the dark, but whatever. And then I really like, I don't know, I've been kind of contemplating whether or not I like pointed chins right now, or if I like doing like what looks like a cleft chin, because cleft chins just have like a very distinctive look to them that intrigues me. Oh, donated a bunch of patterns for fundraising. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, honestly, like donating patterns would be good, and you know, a lot less money. I think that would be wonderful if you wanted to participate. Honestly, my mouth looks so fucking weird. I can't get over it. So when I said that I went to the doctor for gender affirming, um, uh, gender affirming reasons today, I went to my a gynecologist for surgery. I ended up getting booked with the wrong one. Of course, this always happens, and I am getting a hysterectomy, so I got pushed to another doctor who actually does the surgery. This doctor's getting out of doing surgeries because they're in like pre-retirement. She was doing because oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I hate that. Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks a lot. I'm gonna kind of bring in some more colors because I don't want to just bring in straight black. I feel like sometimes when you do that, the color just isn't as rich, and it just kind of like dulls it out. Thank you. So I have my consultation, like my real consultation this time, hopefully, really. I have my consultation on the 29th, and I am excited for that. I mean, I know that surgery is always a big deal, so I don't take it lightly, but I am hoping to. This is definitely not dark enough. Might just mix it from scratch. But I am excited because this would be my first surgery that I'm actually able to get with on my journey of surgeries that I want, which I am super excited for because I feel like I've been trying for many a year to get surgeries, and it's just been roadblock after roadblock. And I think that this is, where I want to be. And everything. So I'm excited. Okay, this color is not really, it just keeps on turning more and more purple and not really going red, but we're gonna go with it. So whenever I do makeup like this, I'm always like in the mirror. Hi, Kira. Welcome in. Thank you. How are you? It's not Kira. It's Kira, right? Did I pronounced it wrong the first time, didn't I? I was watching one of your videos the other day. I forget which one it was. Because my brain is mush. I don't like how hard I went with that line. I don't know. Like, whenever I watch your videos, it's funny. Like, what I like about all of your videos, because I do watch everyone who's on here. Kira. Okay. Sorry. Like, what I like so much is that everyone has such a different flavor of how they do their videos. Like, it's like Kira, like your videos are just like, I don't know, like I feel like I feel like whenever you start your videos, I feel like I like plop down and like I'm just like watching like a friend, and then like whenever I watch Winter's videos, like I feel like I'm like I like won't just like describe in detail, but like it's not to like embarrass or like weird anyone else out, but like I feel like I'm like watching like Winter like talk, but somehow their hands are like doing some kind of like witchcraft like that's happening that like isn't even like something that like Winter's like seems like they're registering. It's just like okay, and like like words, but like the hands are like and it's so cool to watch. Everyone has their own style. I don't know why. I just like had to geek out real quick. Okay, so we're getting really into the realm of theater makeup right now. And I don't know if that's kind of where I wanted it to go, but we're here now. So, what the fuck ever. I mean, I feel like an abomination. And so I'm gonna have to set this really, like, really, really well with a ton of powder. And it's gonna look a lot lighter once I set it with translucent powder. And then with the neck, I'm gonna do black liquid or like water activated. I want to do like a little creepy mustache. Well, he did all this already. Yeah. That's because you're just like flipping it up and it's just fucking cool. You all are so cool. have this like, it just looks like a little thing of blood. Okay, so I'm going to get my water activated black. Now I have the liners, but I'm going to use the body paint because it's cheaper, and then I can do it. And then I'm going to add water to this. So just pretend like you don't see any of like the dirty ones of my. There's like, honestly, like my whole room is a mess right now. The makeup is taking over. How many people who are tweaked out right now, if I got on the bus, do you think I would fuck with? Yeah, that would be bad. Okie dokie. Finding new whips and sticking with the let's make a blanket on the loom thing. Yeah. Well, yeah. Didn't you just make? I didn't watch the video yet. You just made some stuff on the loom, right? I think you just posted it, or maybe I'm just seeing it. Okay, so there's a lot of red in here. The thing here that is very annoying to me is there are a lot of dogs. People take their dogs everywhere, which I don't have a problem with dogs, but like if you're gonna take your dog into a public space, I know I talk about this every time, so I'm sorry I keep on talking about it. But if you take your dog everywhere you go, train your dog. Like, don't have your dog just acting a fool. Okay, so I think we got a good consistency. It might be like a little red, but that's okay because everything else is red. I'm gonna get a little yucky for you. Actually, let's just go all the way. Ooh, a binder. So hot. This is where I really want Sunset Makeup's black foundation and black setting powder, because like the results look amazing. And it looks like you can do this kind of like the black neck without it like creasing a bunch, because this will crease like almost instantly on me. Yeah, it's not safe. I've seen people literally dragging their dogs and like on the pavement, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? But also, like, they just like these dogs will like bark for hours and hours and hours, and I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? Okay, so I'll let that dry a little bit. Yeah, you never know what might happen. Exactly. Yeah, and people drive like maniacs here. Like they're crazy people. I mean, have I already discussed how crazy people are? Let's powder this shit while the neck is drying. Oop, okay. I do have a colorless powder. Where is that? Okay, I kind of know where it is, but not enough to like be able to find it in like a quick amount of time. So I'm just gonna use translucent powder, which is gonna dull it more than the colorless powder would, which would be none. But it's colorless. A lovely kitty lady. Oh, I love kittens. It's weird for me to not call my cat a kitten because I think he is 2. I have to double check. He's at least 2. But he's not a kitten, but I want to call all cats kittens. This is a really good look for me, right? I'm going to screenshot this just so you know. This is going to be the fucking cover of this live. Okay. And I look crazy. But that's the point. Okay. So now I say okay so much. It's annoying to even myself. She's been stressed out since Grandma passed, still searching for her every home, baby. That's so sad. Yeah, anyone who's like, cats don't care about people, I'm like, you have never met a cat. Oh, I'm so sorry. Cats are so loving, so sweet. You know, they're also mischievous little demon babies, but that's okay. Everyone has their moments. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm gonna go back in and repowder some spots that aren't as like right in my hair. Getting things out of my hairline when I'm like taking makeup off. Like once I'm done with my makeup, I'm so done with my makeup that I'd like have to like rip off my skin to like get to be done with it. And I always feel like I can never get it out of my hairline fast enough. Okay, so we're gonna see where this goes. I believe that we've entered Abomination territory. I don't know. What do you all think? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think we can get there. With the powder, because the cream is so creamy, I have like it still has like a lot of like really nice luminosity to it. Actually quite beautiful. This is very clunky. We're gonna clean that up because that's not gonna fly on my watch. It's funny how I wanted red and it ended up purple, and now we're doing some kind of two-faced look. But it is what it is. Okay. So I have a lot of colors. So you can kind of see my boobs in the whatchamacallit, whatever. Okay, so here is the purple. So these are the next primal colors. They don't make these anymore, but they had, when they came out, they literally had just like every color. And you know, I've been doing makeup for so long. It used to be so hard to get vibrant colors, and now that it's so much easier, I just feel like the fucking game has changed so much. I love it. I definitely say that I'm like further behind a lot of people. You know, I feel like I used to be a lot better at makeup than the average bear, and now everyone's so good. But practice, perfection. Well, thank you. The chin looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah, got a good old butt chin. Good old butt chin going. So because I'm not exactly sure where the colors are going to go, I'm trying to bring some more of that red in first so that I know where to place the rest of my highlight. So I'm doing my mid-tone first, so I know where to place like my other colors, because I feel like a lot of things got really muddy. Now this is a blush that I got from a beauty supply store for, I think it was like $1.50 or something. I love beauty supply stores, like the ones that sell like the bundles of hair. Those are that's where the good stuff is. No, not like Sally's, but like if you know, you know. Off to feed the menfolk. Yep. We need help. Some of us more than others. I'll speak for myself. What in the hell did I do here? This is awful. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna take a red. This is Bad Seed. It's just a like single shadow. I probably should have put primer on, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to do like a big crazy black liner, but we'll see. Yeah, the purple that it was supposed to be my contour, it's just showing up with this white cast because the purple that I mixed into it, I guess, had a lot of white in it instead of having, even though I mixed black in there, it's showing up as it's kind of like white cast, and I don't like it. It looks bad. Okay, now I'm going to take the black primal color, and I have other black shadows, but this is nice because it's just real big. And this is how I want to set this. And then also I might want to do some detail work on the rest of my face. This is very powdery. I've talked at length about how much I hate doing ears, but I feel like I have to in this instance. So just jamming it into my ear hole. Just the front though, but it's fine. Then I'll take it and I'll kind of smush it like this. And I love exacerbating these frown lines and also going up. So this is called like the nasolabial fold. So I like exaggerating it by doing it darker and going it around my nose. I'll have to use a smaller brush though for that on this side. But if I go like that, it just kind of creates this really, I don't know, just like demonic looking cool ass look. Oh, it just looks so cool. An abomination. I've been seeing a lot of really cool lip looks lately that I want to try. And I'm just gonna do the outline of them, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with this brow because I was gonna do like kind of like straight little brow situation, but that's actually not what I want to do anymore. And so I want to. This might be a terrible idea. We'll see. Should I go back over this? My phone. Okay. I can't have. One second. What I was saying is I can't have normal reactions to things. And then I knocked over stuff by moving my seat back and made more noise. They're like, being neurodivergent is a superpower. Superpower sucks. It sucks sometimes. It really sucks. Okay. So now that we've stamped the fuck out of that, I'm going to take this red and brush it off. Or take this orange red kind of color. Okay, that is a little bit more in line with where we're going. Holy fuck. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, fuck. Watch me shit my pants. That's not almost what happened, but it still wasn't fun. Okay, so with this, I am going to just kind of draw some shapes. I think, methinks. And I'm going to do some of kind of the style that I've been seeing. I'm going to try to do it. I have never done it before, and it kind of scares me. To give it the old college try, but you know, you only live once. Okay, so I did some kind of shapes that kind of look like zebra stripes. Not really my intention, but whatever. So giving that a try, which this is better than I thought it would be so far. So that's a good sign to me. And now I'm going to want to get away from the purple and lean more into the red. Okay, so if I'm thinking, so it would be kind of more towards the like orange that I'm going for. Okay, so I'm going to use some. Do I have a pretty orange glitter? Orange glitter. I think it might be one. This one's a little bit more red. So the electric palette has an orange, but it's more, yeah, it's more kind of red. You can see it's not super red. And then this has a nice glitter that we can pop on there. It's one of those like chunky glitters. I like putting those on. I hate taking them off. They're so annoying. So I think what I'm gonna do is first prime my eyes. Well, I also have glitters here. That's like that's a nice like coppery one. I also have these gold stars. Gold stars always win. And then there's like red glitter. I have a lot of glitter. That's Marvelous glitter. I got glitter, bitch. If I'm thinking Abomination, okay. Okay, I think I know. I think I know what I'm gonna do actually. Okay. Eyeliner. Anywhere. Is there eye primer? Anywhere. See, I have my P. Louise one, but it has color to it, and I want one that does not have color to it. I have this glitter primer, which does not have color to it, but it's not my favorite. Oh, there's my eyeshadow primer. Just need to look around to where I've already been. Now, I started to reflect back on the whole reason I was doing this makeup, which was the Abomination theme that good sir provided me. And I was thinking, what would this Abomination look like? I need to think on that. I need to give it some thought because he's provided me the gift of creativity. And so I'm going to provide him the gift of his worst fucking nightmare. my eyeball. Okay. I'm gonna try just packing on without a white base, but we're gonna see if it is bright enough. I don't think it is. I think it needs white. So I'm gonna take the little bit of clown white. Because I started thinking about what do presumably cishet men fear the most, and it's women and femininity. And I was like, okay, I'll raise you one. And so that's what's inspiring this next part. So I'm going to take that brush that I just had and start jamming some pink on there. It's hard to tell the contrast actually on the computer. You can kind of see it better in person, but don't worry, we're going to do some work to make sure that you can really, really see the pink. Okay, so now I'm going to take an angled liner brush, and I'm going to take I'm going to take a kind of like a dark purple. I don't know why this is freaking hilarious to me. If you're like, I lost you like 10 miles back, that's okay too. It doesn't need to be good makeup to be fun makeup. We'll clean up that eyelid soon. It's not like a lot of people will be able to find it anyways. This was coming a very different direction. Yeah. So dumb. My piercings visible. I'm going to do like a little bit more on the nose to make it, because I felt like it was going. So it's a little bit easier to pick out what was going on, and now it's harder again. There we go. Now for liner, I'm just going to go real big with it. Okay, so liner is like big and round, a different shape for me, but that's okay. It look weird, but feel like it's just not sitting where I want it to. Sit on my face where I want you to. You know? I think that's better to kind of like fade the end of it and then bring this kind of down. Yes, that's much better. I don't know. That just like changed everything, at least in my eyes, which my eyes are, I guess, the ones that we're caring about right now or something. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so the orange glitter will not work right now, which means that pink glitter is the answer. Ooh, but I also have something else. Maybe not. Okay, so usually when I do loose glitter, I powder underneath it so that if the glitter falls, then it has something to fall and stick to. However, I don't like, because I'm going to be doing glitter in multiple places. I don't really think there's like any place to put powder unless I just did it like a little bit at a time, which I don't want to because I'm lazy. So I'm just going to hope for the best. Oh, I probably should have. Oops. And take this black, kind of do like a little halo eye situation around this. Okay. So you just like lean over and not trying to get it all over your face. Some glitter on my chin. It's going everywhere else. I like this one because it's just like iridescent. And then I think for my final trick, I think I'm just gonna sharpen up this mustache situation. But I think that I fulfilled the brief. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if I did or not. I'm not gonna go ask the guy again if I did well or not, because his opinion matters to me a little less than none. But ta-da! So this is the final product. If you yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can't wait to take it off. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later. I hope you enjoyed it.